While Oppenheimer Funds Dr. Kyle Ross sees emerging markets growing at double the GDP rate of developed countries, he's lukewarm on growth prospects in the Caribbean because of what he sees as the region's linkages with developing countries that are losing market share. Dr. Ross, who is Managing Director of Investments at Oppenheimer Incorporated, was a guest speaker at the Jamaica Stock Exchange's Conference on Investments and the Capital Markets in Kingston on January 25, 2011.
The Caribbean's economic linkages are towards the countries that are losing global market share. They're really towards the U.S. and Europe. And so I think the key that I think is going to be a dampening effect on the Caribbean, in addition to the higher commodity price shocks that we're seeing. Now, it's not. I don't want to end on that note. I think it's not a hopeless case, because I think that there's room to grow. The Caribbean strategy, I think, could be keep your level of economic linkage with the developed world the same, and have the marginal growth come from new economic linkages with the emerging world. And you see that. I mean, you see that here in Jamaica, reaching out to China, and a lot of the investment that China's doing. Now, are we going to see Chinese tourists and Indian tourists flying, to Jamaica for vacation? I don't think so. But what's the next best thing you can do to leverage off that growth? Is you get financial flows if you can't get tourist flows right away, for example. So
Dr. Ross opines that emerging markets will double the growth rates of their developed world counterparts this year.
And I think that's going to be a pattern that's going to be with us for a while, where emerging economies are gaining market share in the global GDP pie, and who knows where it's going to end? But the projections, you've all read them. We're going to have flashpoints, of course. We've got flashpoints now in Tunisia, Egypt, Ivory Coast, Thailand, and elsewhere. But in general, I think emerging markets is where we're going to see the above trend growth.
For Business Content Jamaica, I'm Owen James.